Hi everyone, and I hope you're well, and also welcome to my channel. So I'd like to say something to you. Do you feel safe in this country? That is what my video is about today. Do you feel safe in this country? Are we seeing less police and more crime? My answer to that would be yes, 100% we are seeing that. And I actually think that we should see more police walking the streets and less police zooming up and down in their cars. We need more police on our streets. This is something we do not hear Keir the traitor Starmer talking about. We need police on our streets for people to feel safe. People want to feel safe, so we need them on our streets, not just in cars, zooming up and down to wherever it is they're going. We need to see them on our streets, and we need to see, whether it's day or night, people want to feel safe. Women do not want to feel like they're being followed, don't have anyone to turn to, and are worried walking the streets. The streets have been made here for everyone to be able to walk on and feel safe. I want to read something out to you. A Nigerian man who sexually assaulted a teenager next to Bournemouth Beach has been spared jail because of his troubled background and difficult life. Okay. The victim told Bournemouth Crown Court the guy in question had ruined her life and she no longer feels safe walking alone. Bear in mind the judge had more sympathy for the man in question, the criminal, shall I say, than he did the victim. But a judge ruled the offence was a momentary aberration and the defendant had a very troubled background and difficult life. So he had a very troubled background and a difficult life, so he feels that it's okay for him to go and commit a crime like that, and the judge spared him. Okay, the guy in question, a gym instructor from South London, laughed and joked as he walked free from court. He was given 18 months community order to do 150 hours unpaid work, as he deemed that a custodian sentence would be too severe. The court heard the man in question from Croydon had moved to Britain with his sister from Nigeria as a child. He was granted indefinite leave to remain in Britain. So he's not even going to be sent back. He's done this crime, not even going to be sent back. The judge is saying that he believes that this, that going to jail, doing a sentence will be too harsh. So he thinks just going around doing 150 hours litter picking is just fine after he decides that he was going to go rape someone. I mean, how on earth is that okay? That's not okay, right? It's absolutely disgraceful, and these people don't get sent back. And this is just one story. There's probably loads out there, right? Where people are coming into the country, and instead of returning them back to where they have come from, they are allowed to stay. I mean, this is just madness, right? So they get to stay in jail, fed, roof over their heads, a bed to sleep in at night, while the person, the victim, will always have this memory in her head of what happened to her. She won't be able to move on. She could end up with mental health issues. And we have people like that which they don't want to return back to their country. It's absolutely madness, that they decide that he was going to remain in the country. How can you come to a conclusion like that? Where is it that we can judge a judge for being able to give someone that kind of, be able to give someone not even a jail sentence. It's absolutely crazy, right? It's wrong, you know, because it will always affect the victim. She will never be able to live a normal life ever again. You know, she could feel, you know, scared of going out, fearing that it could happen again. You know, it literally makes my blood boil. It really does. But anyway, just wanted you to hear that. And, you know, it just really winds me up. It really does. But there you go. You know, this is the madness in our country, right? And where, you know, what, you know, you want to do something, right? You want to be able to say, you know, but how can you, you know? And then the victim has to live with whatever is that she's got to live with for the rest of her life. You know, where he walks free and thinks it's funny, leaves the court thinking it's funny, you know, that he can just joke and laugh. She can't joke and laugh though, can she? She won't be able to joke and laugh. You know, she could be having nightmares and all sorts, you know. It's absolutely disgraceful. Anyway, that's all I have to say today. And I hope you will see me on my next video. And thank you for joining me. And bye-bye.